Hey friends, today we are going to talk about the topic of halfway couples. Do you know that married couples can't escape these three endings? Next, I will analyze them for you. It's really accurate. Let's talk about the first ending first. Choosing the wrong person will make things worse than before. Think about it. When the first marriage breaks down, you can't just put all the blame on the other party. You have to reflect on yourself. After all, the failure of a marriage is more or less caused by problems on both sides. If you don't correct your previous problems and rush into the next marriage, it will be easy to have problems. Some people are particularly easy to believe the sweet words of the other party in their previous marriage and don't look at the actual actions, and they suffer a great loss. When it comes to the second marriage, they still don't learn from it and are deceived by those sweet words and choose someone who seems to be a good match. But when they really get married and live together, they find that their life is not as good as when they were with their ex-husband or ex-wife. It's too late to regret now, and you can only bear the bitter fruit silently. Just like Brother Wang next door, his first marriage ended in divorce because of his incompatibility with his ex-wife. After the divorce, he didn't think much about his problems in the marriage and soon met Ms. Li through an introduction. Ms. Li was very enthusiastic about him at the beginning and all kinds of sweet words. Brother Wang was moved at once and they got married soon. But after getting married, he found that Ms. Li loved to spend money and had a bad temper, and the family often quarreled about money. Brother Wang then remembered that although his ex-wife was a bit straightforward, she was good at managing the family and was sincere. But now it's too late to say anything, and he can only bite the bullet and live on. Let's talk about the second ending, meeting a good person and spending the rest of his life together. Don't say, this life, sometimes it's bitter before sweet. Take my cousin, for example. Her ex-husband had another woman outside, and when my cousin knew about it, she chose to divorce decisively. After the divorce, my cousin did not fall into despair but put all her energy into her career. After several years of hard work, my cousin's career was booming. At this time, my cousin met her current husband, Mr. Zheng. Mr. Zheng is a very down-to-earth and steady person. He admires my cousin's independence and strength, and my cousin also likes Mr. Zhang's kindness and thoughtfulness. After the two got together, they understood and trusted each other. They often recalled past experiences together, summed up the lessons of my cousin's previous failed marriage, and tried to make themselves better. Now their marriage is very happy and their days are full of flavor. This is because my cousin knew how to sum up experience and improve herself after experiencing a failed marriage, so she met the right person and lived a happy life. So, as long as we can learn lessons from failed marriages and constantly improve ourselves, there is still a great chance to meet the good person who can spend the rest of our lives with us. The last ending is to make do with life and be ordinary. Do we often see such examples around us? Some people are old, and their children are busy with their own careers and have no time to take care of them. At this time, they wanted to find a partner to take care of each other. So they found someone who seemed to be more suitable and got married. There are no big conflicts in such a marriage, but there is no passion. Two people are together just to have someone to accompany them for the rest of their lives, at least someone to take care of them when they are sick. This is the case with Mr. Zhao and Mrs. Sun in the community. Mr. Zhao's partner passed away early and he lived alone for many years. Mrs. Sun also lost her husband at an early age and has been living on her own. The children all work in other places and rarely come back. Later, through an introduction, Mr. Zhao and Mrs. Sun met and felt that their conditions were similar, so they got married. Their life is very plain. They buy vegetables, cook and take walks together every day. Although there is no passion, they can rely on each other and live an easy life. You see, the endings of these couples who got married halfway are really different. We must understand that marriage is not a shuffle. If you are not satisfied with the shuffle, you can start over. When choosing a partner, you must be cautious and cautious. Especially for the second marriage, it is much more difficult than the first marriage. When it is the first marriage, everyone is young, many problems have not been exposed, and there are not too many concerns. But the second marriage is different. After experiencing a failed marriage, people will become more cautious, and they may also bring their children with them. Except for sleeping together, they are not together in other aspects. So, I sincerely advise everyone that marriage is not easy. When choosing a partner, you must open your eyes, understand more, and spend more time together. Once you are married, you must cherish it and manage it with your heart, and don't give up easily. I hope that each of us can have a happy and fulfilling marriage. No matter it is the first or second marriage, we can go through the ups and downs of life hand in hand with our other half and live happily forever.